Next up on WTV, FEF Scholarship opens, STEM Spotlight, and this week's edition of My Life As. WTV's Daily Update starts now. Hey there, Hawk Nation. Today is Thursday, November 30th, and I'm Karina with today's Daily Update, brought to you by Wingspan TV. Seniors hoping to get some extra money for college don't have time to ease back into school as the application window for the Frisco Education Foundation scholarships is now open. As of 10 a.m. this morning, Frisco ISD seniors can begin applying for countless scholarships from the Frisco Education Foundation. Scholarships are awarded for academic achievement, financial need, community involvement, and other criteria created by donors. The application consists of 2 teacher recommendations, a community recommendation letter, and an optional essay. But before students blow off the optional essay, FEF President Michael Simmons has some advice.
You've worked hard. Everybody works hard. So I would definitely spend time on the essays. Even if they say optional, fill them out. It doesn't hurt you, and it can only improve your situation.
One student that doesn't plan on skipping the optional essay is senior Ryan Shapiro.
You want to put actual thought into what you're writing about, because these essays won't hurt your what your application looks like. They'll only make them better. So if you're gonna do the application, which is strongly recommended, then you should write the essays and put actual thought into them while you're writing.
The application window closes on December 21st at 4 p.m., and Simmons encourages students to start early.
One key advice I would say is start early. Tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon when you get home from school, begin right away. And even start thinking of what teachers you want to approach, and don't wait until the last moment.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Karina Grokhovskaya. Whether it's a quiz or a test, or simply struggling to understand a concept, online tutorials can help you get clarity. WTV's Joaquin Perez has the details.
There is now free online tutoring for all students available in the evenings. The subjects include math, writing, and science. There is also tutoring for test prep for the PSAT and SAT. Online tutoring will be available at 7 p.m. for the 2023-2024 school year. To learn more about evening tutorials, scan the QR code on screen. Reporting for WTV, I am Joaquin Perez.
On this episode of STEM Spotlight, students in chemistry are cooking up popcorn. Here's WTV's Haris Rahman with more.
3, 2, 1.
Typically, the average chemistry lab does not involve everyday food we eat. However, in the popcorn lab, students learn about percent composition by measuring the popcorn before and after cooking.
So right now, they're doing a percent composition of water lab, where they basically have to heat up some popcorn and figure out what is the amount of water that's in the unpopped popcorn kernel. This is like one of the few labs that we can use like food in. We don't get to do a whole lot of food labs in chemistry. A lot of times there's rules against like you shouldn't eat in labs and all that kind of stuff. That's still like using food, an everyday object, to apply the principles that we're using in class.
Students such as sophomore Clark Kinnear enjoys the lab as they usually don't do labs related to food.
I like the smell of popcorn, and we can eat after the lab, but we get to study how popcorn forms and how the water disappears, but it was pretty fun.
Reporting for WTV, this is Haris Rahman.
3, 2, 1.
On this week's edition of My Life As, WTV takes a look into the life of dual credit student Brooklyn Brown.
After third period, I headed home and ate lunch. Then my friend Catherine picked me up for Colin. Our class starts at 3:15. On the way there, we decided to stop at Sonic to get a treat before class. Then we headed off to Colin, and once we arrived, we parked and headed inside the building. We got there a little early, so we just sat down and waited for the professor to arrive. Once he got there, he reviewed what the rest of class is going to look like as we wrap up our semester. Then we took some notes from the topic we learned the previous class. We ended class a little early, but our professor decided to be nice since it's the last class before final week. So he took us up to his office and gave us some candy from his snack box. Then we headed home. Then my friend Catherine dropped me off and we said our goodbyes. Bye.
If you're looking for more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. And now for today's announcements. Key Club is partnering with the Liana Strong Foundation to host a donation drive until December 15th. They'll be collecting toys, stuffed animals, coloring books, board games, and blankets for kids in hospitals. Please drop off any donations in the box in Miss Brent's room C241. PALS is hosting a board game drive from now until winter break. Each game is worth 2 service hours. Please bring all donations to Mr. Barr's room C138. Anyone interested in joining the 2024 Red Hawk football program for next season will need to communicate with Coach Sweeney or Coach Gregory prior to December 20th. They will be meeting in the lecture hall for all those interested on December 14th during advisory. That's it for today's daily update. This is Karina for Wingspan TV.